What's up guys, Vital Syntax here. Now that the PlayStation 4 is out and the Xbox One is right around the corner, a lot of people are questioning which gaming console they want to upgrade to or whether or not they want to get a gaming PC. And in this video I wanted to give you guys my opinions on a couple different scenarios and what I think the best option for people in those scenarios would be, keeping in mind price point and keeping in mind what things you already own. So the first scenario is somebody that has a computer that cannot be upgraded. Somebody that has maybe an all-in-one desktop, where the computer is built into the monitor, something like an iMac or a similar computer from something like Asus. Or you have a laptop where obviously you can't, upgrade your internals of your computer. I mean, you might be able to upgrade RAM and a hard drive or something, but you're not gonna be able to upgrade your CPU, your motherboard, your graphics card, things along those lines. And for somebody like that already has a computer that does everything they need it to do, a gaming console is a great choice. And buying something like a PS4 is a killer price to performance ratio. For $400, $399, you're getting a lot of power as far as gaming performance goes out of that system. Now, if the second scenario is somebody that has a computer that can be upgraded and is also looking up to, maybe get a next-gen console, well, I think a better choice would be to upgrade your PC. Now, you might be able to get a graphics card for $300-$400 that's going to be a powerhouse of a card. You can get something like a 770 or a 290 or 280X from AMD or from NVIDIA, and those graphics cards are going to outperform the current gen consoles, and you're going to be spending around the same price. On top of that, you also have all of your your gaming and all of your normal computer day-to-day work in one system. Now, oftentimes, a lot of people don't have computers that just need a new graphics card. Oftentimes, you'll have an old computer that needs a new CPU, a new set of memory, a new motherboard, a new graphics card, a new hard drive, an SSD, and there's a bunch of stuff. And in that case, it starts to get a little bit of a gray area because you're spending a lot more on upgrading your PC than it would cost you to get a console. And in that case, it's kind of a one-off situation. Then there's also people that have really old, crappy computers that completely need to upgrade them and get a whole new one. In that situation, it's also kind of a gray area because you could spend, $1,000, $2,000 on a gaming PC if you want to get the highest end. And sure, it's going to completely destroy a next-gen console as far as performance goes, but you're also spending a lot more money on it. Now, the next thing I wanted to kind of bring up, just so people are aware, is that and I think that this is something that most people are aware of, but sometimes you kind of forget about, is that an Xbox One or a PlayStation 4 does very, very little in comparison to a computer. You can play games on it, you can maybe watch YouTube, Netflix, send messages between your friends, browse the web a little bit. I mean, the web browser on consoles is kind of crappy, but that's about it. Whereas on a desktop computer, you can do all of that. You can play games, you can use voice communication, you can talk to your friends, you can browse the web, you can do all those things that a console does, but you can do so much more. You can do your homework, you can do your schoolwork, you can do work for actual work, you can do content creation, you can create music, you can create videos, you can edit photos, you can organize things, you can do so much more on a computer than you can on a console. And ultimately it comes down to, what do you do? If you're somebody that does professional work on a desktop computer, then maybe it's a better idea to upgrade your computer than spend money on a console that only plays games. If you're somebody that just browses the web, gets on Facebook, sends a couple tweets every once in a while, and wants to game, then maybe a better option is to go for a next-gen console. Now, that being said, and that out of the way, the fact that, yes, a PC can do so much more than a gaming console, the price to performance of pure gaming on a console is way better. You cannot build a $400 gaming PC that is anywhere close to as good as a PS4 as far as raw gaming performance. But once again, you have to keep in mind that the PS4, it does basically one thing and one thing well, while a PC does hundreds and hundreds of things and hundreds of those things pretty well. So just overall, I want to just kind of bring up the topic of, yes, the PlayStation 4, I picked up one on launch day. The PS4 is awesome. It's really cool for, playing on the couch, playing with friends, playing split screen, multiple controllers hooked up to the same system, which is something that PC is lacking quite a bit. Hopefully, the Steam box, things like the Steam controllers will bring split screen and multiplayer local to the gaming PC. And probably the most important factor is price point. If you have $1,000, $2,000 to spend on a gaming platform, PC is by far and away the way to go. But if you're, a college student, a high school student that doesn't have very much money, that has a part-time job, or maybe doesn't have a job at all, and is just asking for one of these platforms for Christmas or buying it with their allowance, obviously you can't even consider buying a gaming PC. And in most cases, unless you're spending $700 to $800 plus on a gaming PC, I'd rather personally recommend a gaming console for gaming, because the price to performance is so much better on a console. Now, that being said, I'm going to be personally sticking to the PC platform probably for the foreseeable future. There's a couple of games and a couple of titles that I'd rather play on the PS4. For example, I'm playing Assassin's Creed Black Flag on the PS4 just because I like that cinematic experience on my TV, and Ubisoft games in general usually have a lot of issues on PC that I don't want to deal with. And it's also a really cool game to play with the controller, whereas a lot of games like first-person shooters and RTS games or things like that require a lot of accuracy with the mouse, I just cannot stand them on the consoles anymore. I used to play first-person shooters all the time on PS3, but once you go keyboard and mouse for something that requires accuracy like a first-person shooter, it's very difficult to go back. So anyway, hopefully you guys enjoyed the video and found it somewhat helpful for making your decision on what platform you want to go with. Let me know in the comments down below if you guys have any questions on platform and what one you might want to go with, or if you guys have any suggestions to other people in the comments of, hey, you might want to consider this platform if you have this requirement, or you might want to consider this other platform if you're looking for something like this, something along those lines. So anyway, thanks for watching the video, and I'll see you guys in the next one.